about to hit it?
I already started.
No.
All right, first off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash, Thawadi Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, for allowing us to do another video through His Spirit. Thawadi Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, for giving us this truth as worms. Double honors to our apostle elders at Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect. You know, back in through the Spirit, you know, just going to go through this lesson real quick. And as you see the title, this Rome is gonna what I title it? Basically,
this Rome's gonna fall like ancient Rome.
Yeah, there is no different. And shalom to the brothers on the comm board.
Shalom.
This Rome is no different from ancient Rome. Ancient Rome fell, and this Rome is gonna fall. And its similarities is undeniable. This place is the spiritual version of the Roman Empire being reincarnated back in the earth. Actually, can you grab that? Revelation 13.
Okay.
They receive power. This place is the Roman Empire back again. It's just as simple as that, and it's following the same pattern as the ancient Roman Empire did back then. But this modern day Roman Empire will be burned by fire. It's going to be completely burned up, and Gilbert said the deadly one was healed. Yeah, it's going to be completely burned up, and it's never going to rise again. And then Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans will reign under the authority of our Lord Yahushua. That's what the next kingdom is. That's the dominion that Yahushua is speaking about. That's the reestablishing of the kingdom of, the tabernacle of David, the house of David being reestablished in the earth. Not them bastards over there in the Holy Land. Let me know when you got it.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Right there.
Yes.
Okay, this is Revelations 13 and 12. It says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them that which dwell therein to worship the first beast, who deadly one was healed.
Yep, because everyone follows after that Roman system. That Roman system is very well back in the earth. But when you look up the Enlightenment period, they took old classical or the classical or Enlightenment, either one. They took Roman architecture, music, knowledge, and science, and brought it to what we have today. This is why the White House is built the way it's built. This is why you have pyramids. This is why you have all these different symbols. That's why you have Congress. They all represent the Roman Empire. This place, who was established under the Treaty of Rome?
The EEC?
Yeah, the EEC, which eventually America came out of them through Great Britain. So this place is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire back in the earth. And just as Rome fell back then, this is no different.
Yep.
You got a precept before I play this?
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It
That's
says,
perfect, actually.
It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done, that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. You know, just laying back with the brother saying, you know, about this place being remodeled after ancient Rome, you know, which is basically Rome all over again. You know, everything that ancient Rome was like, they're doing the same thing today. And in this video that the brother's going to show, we'll play, we're going to go into it. But yeah, there's no new thing under the sun.
Read that Fair Use Act, and then we'll play it.
Okay, yep. This disclaimer.
Yep, disclaimer.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
There we go. Let this play.
By marble columns that touch the sky. You see aqueducts carrying fresh water over horizons. You see the Colosseum, a stadium that holds 50,000 screaming fans. You're standing in the capital of the greatest empire the world has ever known. An empire that spans 3 continents. An empire that has lasted for 1,000 years. If you tapped a Roman citizen on the shoulder and told them that in just 76 years, this entire city would be empty ruins, and the empire would vanish from the face of the earth, they would have laughed in your face. They would call you crazy. Rome is eternal. Rome is invincible. The systems are too big to fail. Now, fast forward to today. Stand in Times Square in New York City. Look at the skyscrapers. Look at the stock tickers flashing record highs. Look at the military power that dominates every ocean on the globe. If I told you that by the year 2026, the foundations of this American empire would irrevocably crack, you would probably have the exact same reaction as that Roman citizen. You would say that America is too big to fail. But history is not a set of random events. It is a blueprint. It is a repeating cycle of rise and fall, driven by unchanging human nature.
Yep.
We are not special. We are just the latest actors in a very old play.
And
So
that's
right now,
and that's literally what the brother just read, the Ecclesiastes 1. History repeats itself. And this history is repeating itself once again. Esau Edom is repeating the same history and going in the same pattern as the ancient Romans did, and which led to the collapse of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, the only major difference you could say is their technology
It's
advancement.
that's it.
That's really it. You know, everything else is modeled just after ancient Rome.
Yep.
You know, that's why they're able to. I got a precept, but that's why they're able to put that veil over the people's eyes in order to distract them and wow them with the tech. Like, oh, this is something new. We've never seen this before. Yeah, the tech, but the things that they're doing is just the same thing. And like the brother always say, different empires, they had tech back then.
They had tech,
It's
bro.
just the tech now is far more advanced because the Lord has allowed them to do that. When you go to that Daniel 12:4, knowledge should be increased. The Lord has allowed them to increase with the left hand side to be able to do all these things, to have this tech and so on and so on, to make AI, you know, and stuff like that.
Can you get that they believe their houses shall do?
Oh yeah.
Can grab that real quick.
I
Off of what he just said.
that cube.
Because that's East, like he said, if you ask a American today, they would say we'll never fall.
Nope.
And even with Big T in office, they still think that America will never fall. They still going in that same mindset, the army of one, where we can take anybody. But you're just as weak as all these other nations because all these other nations have advanced in technology.
Yeah.
They have allies. They have friends who have big boy weapons. They're not afraid anymore. Go ahead with that.
This is Psalms 49:11. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Yep. And the point being, they think their houses shall continue forever.
Yeah.
Esau, Edom, especially as an American, Brad right there
And Brad.
thinks this place is gonna last forever, man. But he's just another actor in this play that the Heavenly Father has set for this stage right now, and to the stage change.
Yep.
Get your precept and we continue.
Uh,
And what? Oh yeah, go ahead.
no, you gotta say.
No.
Just real quick. This is Isaiah 60:2, because in the beginning part of the video, it was talking about how they created these coliseums and stuff like that to what? Keep people entertained, to keep them.
We get to that. We'll hold that. We'll
Yeah,
get to
okay,
that.
yeah,
We'll
okay.
get to that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna hold it.
Yeah.
we are in the final act. The scariest thing about the fall of Rome isn't that it happened. It's how eerily similar it looks to our current reality.
Yeah.
Parallel
The parallel is undeniable, and he goes on to mention the 250-year mark,
Yeah.
and what's funny, he's about to mention Nero, who's in power again.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. That nigga Trump,
society
and through the spirit,
built on
the
what
apostles have coined him Nero, and even scholars have said that this nigga's following the pattern of Nero. I remember Apostle Tar did a video on it.
historians
They have various similarities to Trump and Nero.
call Stoic virtues. It was built by hard men, farmers who became soldiers to defend their land and then returned to farming. There was a deep sense of duty, frugality, and shared destiny.
And you hear the older generation always talk about, well, that is dead in this place. That's gone.
This was reflected in their money. For centuries, the Roman currency was the silver denarius. It was a coin made of almost
get
pure
Revelation
silver.
6.
It was sound money. If you held a denarius, you held actual intrinsic value. You didn't have to trust the government, you only had to trust the metal in your hand. This sound money created a stable foundation. It encouraged savings. It allowed for long-term planning. It funded the roads.
Let's get
You had to keep the population of Rome happy. This is where the concept of bread and circuses
Bread and
originated.
circus.
To keep the massive unemployed population of the city from rioting, the emperors provided free grain and massive gladiatorial games. It was the ancient version of welfare and endless entertainment distraction. All of this cost enormous amounts of money. The gold and silver looted from conquered nations began to dry up. The expenses of the empire started to outweigh its income.
let that ad play. But you see what he's leading to. He's connecting the similarities to ancient Rome to modern day. You can't tell me we're not in the age of decadence in this place. It's all we have is distractions.
That's it.
They want you drunk, high, doped out, because you can get weed easily now.
Yeah.
You can get shrooms easily now. You can get coke. You can get liquor. You can get all these things which are meant to keep you distracted very easily. The fights are on Paramount now.
Yeah.
So you can get the fights easy.
Netflix.
Yep. All the streaming apps, your job, the Instagrams, the TikToks, the creating short-term, horrible thing, short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
People are highly distracted in Babylon, but this is what they wanted to create. So while the government is making moves and plays that destroy this economy, while your ass is 10 deep in a beer somewhere.
Yeah. Real quick, I seen on social media that they said, I forgot what state it was, but they're gonna start allowing parents to start allowing their kids to start drinking as long as they're with them.
I'm not even surprised.
I think it only goes so far as wine, but then they also said that they're also gonna allow people, if underage people are at the table, to buy drinks even if they know that the underage people are gonna be drinking.
Yeah.
I forgot what state it was.
I'm not surprised.
But
what's that number that they came up with? Is just dumb.
Yeah,
21.
yeah.
It's just a random number they just chose.
Deficit. Now, an emperor has two choices when faced with a deficit. Choice one is the hard choice. You can cut spending, which makes the citizens angry, or you can raise taxes, which makes the rich, powerful people angry. No emperor wanted to do that. They wanted to be loved. They wanted to be gloried. So they chose the easy path. They chose the fatal mistake. They decided to mess with the money. This is the mechanism of collapse. Pay close attention, because this is exactly where we are today. It started slowly. Around the year 64 AD, Emperor Nero faced a financial crisis. He needed more money to pay his debts and fund his lavish lifestyle. He came up with a devious idea. He gathered up the silver denarius coins, melted them down, and mixed in a small amount of cheap base metals like copper. He then reminted the coins. Suddenly, Nero had more coins to spend.
And it makes sense to why the things that are written in the New Testament are written, because they were living out the same things that we're living out today. Their money was being devalued. Their money, they were dealing with hyperinflation. They were dealing with the collapse of Rome. So it makes sense why these scriptures are written, and especially for our time now.
Mm-hmm.
The things which are written aforetime are written for our learning.
Yep.
Some of the prophets dealt with that, dealing with Nero and these niggas fucking destroying the Roman Empire.
Yep.
This looked the same as the old one on the surface. It had the emperor's face on it. It was officially declared to be worth the same amount. But in reality, it had less silver. It had less intrinsic value. This was the ancient version of money printing. Nero had just debased the currency. At first, nobody noticed. The party continued. But subsequent emperors saw how easy this was. If they needed to fund a war, they just added more copper to the silver mix.
Yeah, like Trump talking about, we're going to give 100,000 to these people in Denmark. Where are you getting this money from? Where are you getting this money from?
Exactly.
They needed to build a new palace. They just debased the currency a little more. Over the next 200 years, this process accelerated.
Yeah.
By the time of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, around 170 AD,
which was an
Israelite,
Israelite,
was only about 75%
dark-skinned
silver.
male.
50 years later, it was down to 50% silver. By the year 270 AD, under Emperor Aurelian, the denarius had become a joke. It was barely 5% silver. It was basically a bronze coin with a thin silver wash over it that rubbed off after a few uses. The Roman government had effectively stolen the wealth of its people slowly over 2 centuries.
And has not America stolen the wealth of its people? During the Great Depression, they took all y'all gold.
Yep.
They took all y'all shit, and looked and never gave it back to you.
Never gave it back.
They're constantly stealing and reaping from the American population, and it's all about to come to a head. And it's going to involve riots, just like with Rome. It's going to involve riots, revolts, wars. We're living in the collapse of this modern day Roman Empire. We're living in it, man. We're living in that collapse, and it was all prophesied before it even happened. Thousands of years ago, this place was prophesied to fall in similar fashion to ancient Rome, but even in a greater way than it was back then, because this place is going to be burned by fire and never rebuilt again.
But here's the thing about economics. You cannot cheat reality forever.
Can't cheat reality. And reality is setting in.
Yep.
Reality is setting in. The realness of the situation is only getting worse. The money, they're keeping a lot of people distracted with these shootings and everything, but the currency is weakening day by day. The currency of this petrodollar is not I don't care what Trump says, is not getting stronger. It is getting weaker and weaker.
And that clock is still going.
It's still going. It ain't reversed.
Eventually realized what was happening. Merchants, traders, and soldiers realized that the coins
So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna
they were receiving were junk. They knew the government was lying to them about the value of the money. The result was catastrophic inflation. Because the money was worth less, merchants demanded more of it for the same goods. The price of wheat, oil, and clothing skyrocketed.
Yep.
We have records showing that in the 2nd century, a specific measure of wheat cost around 8 drachmas. By the 3rd century, that same measure of wheat cost 120,000 drachmas. Savings were wiped out. If you'd saved good silver coins your whole life...
And didn't Elon Musk just say that you shouldn't even have a savings account? That is pointless? They're devaluing this money. With all these distractions going on, this currency is being broken down, and they're moving towards digital.
Yep.
This shit is about to fold in with itself. They're moving forward with their new world order. They're doing it. This isn't a joke. This isn't a game. This is what the prophets have prophesied about back then, and we're relaying that message once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai and warning our people. This is about to really break head, man. Yep. This is really about to get bad in Babylon the Great, because this place is about to fall. It's already falling. Get that Revelation 6.
Yep. I gotta preach that real quick.
Yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Real quick. This is Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what he has done throughout history, man. Riches gotten by deceit. It just shows you. They had for them to continue to stay in power, because that's all it comes down to. To stay in power, they devalued the money. So he started mixing what? It says copper. Started mixing copper with silver. And as time went on, they said, we can get away with this? Shit, let's throw more copper in there. Continue. So taking away the true value of the denarius, silver coin, and making it into what? Nothing. And then once the people start waking up,
there was catastrophic. This is why the Eastern Roman Empire came into power. So-called black, dark-skinned males took over the Western Roman Empire. The Western Roman Empire being ran by Edomites, the Eastern Roman Empire being ran by Jake, so-called dark-skinned male. Marcus Aurelius was not Edom. I don't care how much you Edomites like Marcus Aurelius. He was a dark-skinned man with curly hair, afro, so on and so forth. But who started the collapse of Rome? Edomites. And Jake took it over after they fell. That's where you get the Holy Roman Empire from. And Jake is going to take it over again, but in righteousness. And not this place, this land, but we're going to take over the world, and this place is going to be burned with fire and never rise again. But I got that Revelation. It's cool. Okay. I'm already there. This is Revelation 6 and verse 8. And it says, and I looked. No. Revelation 6 and verse 9.
You look for the inflation.
Yeah,
6 and 6.
6 and 6, the water. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, like he just said, and a measure and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine, which is his truth. But what? That hyperinflation is on his way, man. That is, you feel the difference. I feel the difference from 2015 till now. When I first moved out, groceries are at as high as I've ever seen it in my entire life. And I know older brothers can attest to that. Groceries, you used to spend $100 of groceries to have a full basket. To have a full basket, you're spending at least over $400, $500 in groceries. That's rapid. That's rapid inflation. And this is where we're at the end of this society.
Pretty sad.
I'm gonna let this play. Then you can.
Massive debt.
When we're done with this video.
Basement. We have the military.
Oh, yep. He gives the similarities.
All the foundations of our economic house. In late stage Rome, America is facing intense internal division. The gap between the super rich, who benefit from the money printing, and the working class is wider than at any point since the Gilded Age. We are seeing the rise of bread and circuses. We are distracted by endless entertainment cycles, social media dopamine loops, and celebrity gossip. All the foundations of our economic house are termites eating away the wood. We have a population heavily dependent on government assistance, creating a political feedback loop that makes cutting spending political suicide.
And on that,
Now we look
the population heavily based on government assistance is not the immigrants. It's not black folks. It's not the niggers. It's you Edomites. A lot of you Edomites benefit from government assistance. So don't act like, oh, see that's no, a lot of fat, ugly white women benefit from government assistance.
Because they know how to work the system. And also, when it comes to
This system was created for them.
Yeah, for them.
The New Deal was created for Edomites.
Yeah.
That's a
You
fact.
can look that up and they'll tell you that.
That shit wasn't made for so-called black folks.
They said majority of it was for them, and whatever was left over was given to the minorities.
Yep.
That's what it says when you look into it. But also when Jake, they'll deny Jake too.
They'll deny your ass.
You'll go there. I remember Apostle Gabar.
They'll deny your
Apostle
ass.
Gabar went. He said he went into this. I forgot where he said he went, but he went to somewhere, trying to get some assistance. He was just telling a story, and he said he got denied. He said, "How? I meet all the requirements." And he said the lady there said it's a scam, it's some BS, and they admitted it. So that's showing you right there. You can meet all the requirements. You can find bigger. You can be dead on your ass, and they still we can't help you.
We can't help you.
You see that in the movie John Q. Their son was on the deathbed, dying.
I don't know.
And they was going to all these different places, trying to get money to raise money to fund the surgery. And they said, we can't help you. They said, how you can't help me? I'm broke.
I'm dying.
I'm down. My son is dying. I'm like, we struggling. How do if we don't meet if a struggling family don't meet the requirements for what these programs are made for, then who does? Like the brother said.
Check the sound, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
the timeline. Sir John Glubb, a British historian, analyzed the life cycles of great empires over 3,000 years. He found a startling pattern. The Assyrians, the Persians, the Greeks, the Roman Republic, the Ottoman Empire.
Which he mentioned major powers. The Persians, Greeks, the same thing Daniel's. Babylon, Persia and the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans. These kingdoms all fell. This one is no different. There's only one kingdom that's been prophesied to reign forever, and that's the dominion of Yahushua through the authority of the Heavenly Father.
The British Empire. They all lasted for an average of about 250 years. They go through the same stages. The age of pioneers, the age of conquests, the age of commerce, the age of affluence, the age of intellect, and finally, the age of decadence and decline. The age of decadence is marked by debt, an influx of foreigners, a welfare state, and a weakening of the shared values that built the empire.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound familiar? The United States declared independence in 1776. If you add 250 years to that date, you land squarely on the year 2026. We are mathematically at the end of the historical average lifespan of a superpower.
Yep.
We have checked every single box on the list of empire collapse symptomatology. We have the massive debt, we have the currency debasement, we have the military overextension, we have the internal social division. The Roman Empire's final mistake was believing that the laws of economics didn't apply to them because they were Rome. They thought they could cheat the system by diminishing their currency, and that the rest of the world would just accept it forever. America's final mistake is exactly the same. We believe that because the US dollar is the world reserve currency, we can print infinite amounts of it without consequence. We believe that we can borrow more money than has ever existed in human history.
Which people are leaving off from that. They're leaving off from the American dollar. The American dollar is at its weak, is getting weaker and weaker. This is a fact. They're leaving off. They were talking about trading with the ruble not too long ago. So which we all know what it's going to lead to is that digital currency. But this place, like it says in James, is moth-ridden. That gold is cankered. It's over, man. We're really 2026. Hey, 2026 is popping. 2026 is fucking popping, man. Because we're this book that you niggas, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have denied for so long is literally living off the pages, man.
Yep.
We're seeing the prophecies be fulfilled, was in mainly the fall of Babylon.
Yep.
These people are ready to crack, man. Get that, James, real quick.
Yeah. James 5 and 2. No, I'm gonna start at 1.
Mm-hmm.
It says, Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupt, and your garments moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and you shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Yeah, and we're in the last days. This place is finished, man. This video came out 13 days ago. These people, even in the world, are connecting the dots that this place cannot sustain. The way that it's going is unsustainable. With the divide, with the money, with the distractions, with the wars, there's no way this place can survive. What did Yahushua say? A kingdom which is divided cannot stand.
Yep.
You're not greater than these kingdoms that are before you. You believe just because you're America, you were gonna win. No, it's over for this place, man. And the prophets prophesied of these things long ago.
Yep.
This is 2 Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself." And this is how you measure the times. You look to see the prophecies being fulfilled. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yep.
For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest, and the end is manifesting. The end of this society is manifesting day by day. We are fucking 13 days in 2026. And look all that has happened, man. The pains is kicking in. So, hey, this, we gonna see, man. Go ahead.
Look over that one, but what I got? I'm gonna grab what you.
What time is it about?
About to be 16.
Okay.
I wanted to grab this off of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
This is Daniel 7.
And 14?
Yep.
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 You start at 10.
Okay. Daniel 7 and 10. It says, a fiery stream issued and came forth for before him.
Actually, get 4 and 17 first.
4 and 17?
Yep, and then go to that.
Okay.
Because Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men."
Yep. And all the kingdoms which were meant to reign are all prophesied in this book.
Mm-hmm.
Their rise and their fall. They're all prophesied in this book. And we're watching these prophecies come to pass. That's what Daniel seen. Daniel seen in Daniel 7, he's seen the kingdoms. He's seen the little horn that came out of the fourth beast. He's seen it, and what happened to it was burned with fire. And whose kingdom was next? Yahushua's kingdom. Go ahead.
Jump over now.
Yep.
This is Daniel 7. I'm gonna start at 9.
Yep.
It says, "I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit."
The Most High. This is all like the dude said in the beginning. Which this page is called the wealth historian. He said in the beginning, this is just another stage in history. This is just a play, man.
Yep.
This is all just a play. This is Most High's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a script. Everyone has a role, and whatever that role is, whatever that script is, you're gonna play it out. Just like the Edomites, just like the elites, just like Trump, just like all the nations around the world, they all have a script and they're all set to play it.
Yep.
All of them. No one's getting around that. Go ahead.
It says, "Whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool."
Yeah, the God of heaven is a dark-skinned man. Yes, you have a tint or a visage appearance in the heavens. You're not a ball of light. You're just not floating around as a ball of light in the spiritual realm. No, you have a visage. You have a body. You have a form. You're not. You have limbs. They're not. You don't have flesh going through them, but you have an appearance. Does that make sense?
I got you.
That makes sense. You don't have like the skin and all that shit, man. But you do have an appearance. Mm-hmm. You have a face. You have a nose, man. It's not just a ball of light. When Samuel came from the spiritual realm, he wasn't a ball of light. He said he had clothes on. He said that he was wearing a mantle.
Yeah.
He was wearing clothing. People don't. He said the Lord is wearing clothing.
Yeah.
He's not a ball of light just sitting there. He has a visage. He has an appearance. He said he had Daniel seen the fro. He got a fro on him. Go ahead.
So his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Dealing with the chariots. Go ahead.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. 1,000 ministered unto him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him.
Which are the angels, the left hand and the right hand. All the angels in this vision, Daniel seeing essentially a council going on in the heavens. Go ahead.
It says, "The judgment was set, and the books were open. I beheld then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame."
Yep, because that great horn is this place. That nigga was talking shit as he took him and he was burned. And that's very well this place, Babylon the Great, a.k.a. the U.S. of A. Go ahead.
Verse 12, it says, as concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and a time.
Mm-hmm.
I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him there before him. And there was giving him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages shall serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's the end all be all, man. Yahushua returning and establishing Yahweh, the Heavenly Father's kingdom, which is Yahushua's kingdom as well, because he was given that, when he came down here on the earth and conquered, went all the way through his mission and finished it. He was given all dominion and glory of everything. So once America is destroyed, all the other nations, all the other heathens, you're going to be in servitude to Yahweh Shem Shah through his people, who are who? The Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because we got next, man. So that's going to be that's the end of Esau Edom, and we're living in these times right now, you know, and you can see it. You got regular people, like the brother said, that's pinpointing, connecting the dots, you know. We're just looking at old history and connecting it to what's going on right now, man. And it's a beautiful thing to see, because us in this truth, we understand that we're getting closer and closer to Yahweh Shah returning, and it is finally time for Esau to be done away with, man.
Yeah. This is John 5 and verse 26. It says, the Father have life in himself, so have he given the Son to have life in himself, and have given unto him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. The Heavenly Father is given authority unto Yahushua to execute judgment. All dominion, all glory and honor was given unto Yahushua.
Yep.
The crowning ceremony, which Daniel saw.
Yep.
So he seen one like the Son of Man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Lord was crowned, man, and now all dominion and glory is given unto him.
Yep.
And as this place falls, that is gonna manifest even more
Yep.
in his men, because when y'all roll on his men, it's not just good. You're not just gonna roll on the Lord's men and just put them to death, man. There's gonna be miraculous signs. There's gonna be wonders. You're gonna maybe try to cut a brother's head off and a blade break. There's going to be miraculous things happening at the fall of this kingdom, man. Best believe Yahweh Shemal Shai is going to defend his men as it gets worse and worse in this place. You got anything to close off for?
No, I'm good, brother.
Okay. So Lord willing, we hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai. We're living in beautiful times, man. Mm-hmm. We're living in the collapse of the kingdom that has oppressed us for a very long time. Shit, twice. 3 times.
Yeah.
I ain't meant to do that. 3 times. So with that, all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And salutation and blessing to the overlect. Kwam Bak Yom.
Kwam Bak Yom.
And Shalom.
Shalom.